team, come down here to play that caliber team. I thought we prepared well. I thought our guys were ready to play. And, there was a couple moments in this game I thought we could have went away. And the last time that we sort of got hit in the mouth, it was a different response. And tonight was a little bit different. I thought the end of the first half was really important. It gave us some confidence at halftime. And then I thought once we got our offense in front of our bench, it was a little easier to control it. And some guys got some baskets to go in, and we had some confidence. And good team win. Vanderbilt's going to have an excellent season. Hopefully they can get Big Cornette back. He's a big factor in what they do. And as we keep moving forward, we're just going to try to keep getting better as we head through the rest of our season. So,
Kendall, how much of a motivation was it for you to go against Damian Jones, a projected NBA guy, and how aware were you that there were a lot of scouts here tonight?
I wasn't aware at all. I guess it was a big motivation. I didn't know nothing about him until this game. So I guarded him a few possessions, but not really. Steve did a good job.
You guys are down 16 there in the first half. Coach talked about getting hit in the mouth. What'd you do to sort of dig out of that?
Well, I wasn't in the game when we first got down 16, but my team did a good job of responding to that. Daryl Davis hit a few big shots, a few big layups, and we cut it to 8 before we went to half.
Archie, when did you know that Cornette wasn't going to be playing? Did that change your game plan at all?
We didn't find out until right before the game. The only thing that would have really changed is maybe the initial starting lineup on who defended who. Obviously, with two big guys in there, it was a little different, it was a little easier when Roberson checked in to put Kendall on him just based on size. But that changed maybe the initial matchup, but not going to be able to do much with those two in the game, in terms of the game plan. The fact that he didn't play was a big thing for them. But we had to play the game. I thought our guys did a nice job.
Were you surprised at how easy you guys were able just to take it to them off dribble penetration, and just get point-blank points all night?
No, I thought in the first half we missed some easy ones that could have helped our cause in the first half. We had some finishable plays in the first half that didn't go down. They were running their offense with pretty much ease in the first half. They got a lot of good shots. I thought in the second half, guys did a really nice job of starting to play with one another and getting the ball moving and getting some more player movement. We were much more of a stationary team in the first half. Once we started to move and get some inside out and get some stuff, our guys started to be able to take advantage of some of the lanes and get to the basket. But our offense was much better in the second half. I'll be honest with you, it's a lot easier to communicate with it in the second half than it was in the first.
Coach, compared to this result with the one in Arkansas last year, do you think that shows that your team might be a little bit farther ahead of where they were at this point last year?
Two different types of teams, two really different types of teams. Where we have multiple freshmen on the floor at any given time right now, where a year ago we just had Daryl, really. And we had more veterans last year that had played together. We're a little bit better, in my opinion, in terms of transition this year than we were a year ago. We're much different in terms of being able to score in transition. And I thought, Steve is a lot different than we've ever had before. And you can just tell when around the basket, he gives us something that we haven't had. But two different teams. This team's evolving as the season goes along. We're learning how to play with one another on the run. And tonight was pretty good. I thought a couple of our freshmen got in there and didn't shy away, which was nice to see.
Coach, this win should push you guys into the top 25. How significant?
I hope not.
You hope not?
I hope not.
Why?
I just think it's irrelevant. I think it causes added clutter in our locker room, added clutter in our practice floor, added clutter in our film room. It means absolutely zero. We're better with a chip on our shoulder. We're better off when we're underdogs. I'll take that. If they put us in the top 25, I'll take it. But all that does is really it gives our fans a chance to tell these guys how good they are, and they're not very good right now. I mean, just in terms of being able to keep getting better. We have to keep getting better. And I think Saturday's one of those fat and happy opportunities. We feel really good about this one. Play a really good Chattanooga team on Saturday. You take your eyes off getting better the next couple of days, you know what happens. So that's where my focus is right now. And top 25, all that stuff, this time of year is really irrelevant. We want to be ready to go at the end of the year. That's when it's important.
How big of a challenge was the court experience for the first time? You mentioned seeing them all the way down the other end.
Yeah, it's hard to communicate. I thought our guys did a better job of playing on the run in the first half. On the run in the first half, just being able to get organized with themselves, I thought was pretty good. It was harder to get them to move, though, when they're away from you. It's harder to get them to start to trigger some action. And we weren't able to call really a whole lot of plays. Second half, as they're in front of us, easier to control, easier to communicate to some guys. And I thought, some of the baskets that we had were due to penetration and movement. And we had different guys making plays rather than just throwing the ball into the post and standing around. So if we can take our second half, sort of offense and look at it, and we can get some guys sort of buying into that much more, than just standing around, then I think we have a better chance. But the good thing tonight was, and we talk about it a lot right now for this team, the thing that kills this team right now is turning the ball over, and we only turned it over 12 times. We only wanted to play with about 12 or fewer. That's 2 games in a row with 22 turnovers. We had 22 turnovers, I think, in Xavier in the first half, it felt like. And if we can keep cleaning up our execution, not turning it over, I think we'll get better on offense.
I think that happened in the first half. Have you ever seen that when Charles misses the free throw that come back?
I haven't seen it. I didn't even catch it until they caught it. He made the free throw, and I guess we got the ball back. I've never seen this scenario happen before, but referees seemed to handle it like they knew what was going on.
And the other thing was when Kendall picked up his 4th foul, he thought it was Steve's. How frustrating was that at that moment? It didn't affect
I definitely thought it was Steve. I did not know Kendall was even in the play. There was a collision on the ball, I think, with Baldwin and Steve. I thought it was on Steve. They gave it to Kendall. So we'll have to watch the film, but there wasn't much we could do about it. We had to adjust.
Coach, 3 categories. You want to battle the boards, the points in the paints, and second chance points. How you feel about those 3 categories?
Well, really good. Our team right now is based on about 3 things, and we just kind of hone in on these 3. It's playing extremely hard and getting back on defense and running back. And then the other 2 categories are taking care of the ball and rebounding. And if you can rebound the ball and you don't give teams second shots and you don't turn it over, most of the time you're going to have a chance of hanging around. Thought that gave us a good chance, especially to start the game when we were struggling. We were getting second chance opportunities. But guys did a good job. Kendall had 2 offensive. Steve had 5. I think even Sam Miller did a great job in there today. He got his hands on a bunch of balls. And we got some long ones too, which was good. And I'm happy for our guys. We got to just keep getting better. Those categories mean a lot to us.
Darryl was the guy who started the big run that got you back in the game.
Yeah, he did. We need Darryl to start to get out of the. He's not a back. He's not a backup. He's not a reserve. He's a guy that played a lot of minutes, made a lot of plays, made a lot of shots as a freshman. He should be more confident in there. And I thought, towards the end of the first half, I got him going a little bit. He made a big 3, got a couple breakaways, and he got us going. And then, I think as he moves forward, hopefully this is a springboard for him to continue with productivity.
Any other questions for either of these 2 gentlemen?
Is that it? Thank you.